Yeah, just you can come off mute and tell me any of your trades, or tell me the exact time you took the trade on chat if you want to, whichever one works best. And let me know if you can hear me. Thumbs up, come off voice, or unmute yourself. Either one, doesn't matter. And if you don't have any trades you want me to review, I'll just review some of the trades that I myself took today. And I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Mariah or Maria.
Yeah, Mariah.
Sweet. What did you trade and when?
No, I didn't trade anything. I was saying yes to the part where you said you were going to
Oh,
talk about
review
your
my
trade.
trades. All right. Let me close this real quick. Well, I guess since there's nothing for now. So today, since I'm already on ES, I'll just show you this. It's always on the 5 minute. I have my fibs drawn, but I removed them just to make it a little easier to view. And if it does get a little noisy, let me know. I'll mute myself in the meantime. But yeah. So have you studied the strat at all? Or do you know of it?
Not really. I just join things to learn and
Perfect.
see how you guys talk to each other.
So just as a heads up, so I'm the only one that trades a strat like pretty much 100%. But what is it? Don Corneo, or his name is Pablo. He uses like a hybrid with like kind of strat and like kind of EMAs and some other stuff. And then Damio or Brendan, he kind of just has his like own system using candles. But for me, I just use straight strat with like support and resistance levels and fibs. But just to keep it simple, this specific trade on ES on the 5 minute was a TTO or uh, a a pullback or an H pattern. You'll probably hear us say a lot like, "Oh, this thing is Hing." Just to keep it simple, an H pattern or a TTO, a bearish TTO, is basically just a dead cat bounce. So you get the big drop, come up, H crest, die back down. Easiest way to make sense of it. Or TTO, which stands for triangle layout, is just a term that Rob Smith made for these patterns based on the strat since he made it. Let me just erase this. So, triangle, you're going to look for a reversal setup around the base of the triangle. And as you can see here, we reversed. We had a 2-1. And then once this next candle prints under it, we're going to go short. And the way I trade it is the stop loss. Hold on, this plane passing by. Miami like Conjua. Sorry about that. So, yeah, when you're looking at a trends in specific directions, a TTO is a great way to jump in on the trend, but at the perfect point. Because people who don't really know what they're doing, if they see something like this, they're just gonna get in puts, or they might even get in puts right here, and then they're gonna get stopped out when it comes back up. So with a TTO or an H pattern, this is to get in on the trend at the best entry possible. So specifically for this trade, and really quick before I explain it more, is that making sense so far? Kind of, maybe.
I
Yep.
just got it, but it's making sense.
Cool. And the more you familiarize yourself with it and you practice, the easier it is. So when I'm trading a TTO, my max target is going to be the top or the bottom of the triangle. In this case, it's the bottom of the triangle. So as soon as it's 212 down triggers, my entry is right here as soon as it breaks. And then my stop loss is going to be above the candle that I triggered on. And then my max target is going to be the bottom right here. And right here, we have a 13-to-5 ratio, which is phenomenal. This is what, a 1.5 against me for 1 second to the ultimate target, 20 points for me. And then the first target, 3.25, 10 points, 1450, and then back up here at 2.25. So super solid trade. If you were trading futures one contract and you held it down here, that would have been 1,000. Oh, that was 20 points. Hold on, let me make sure my stuff is correct. 20 points. Yep, that would have been $1,000 right there. And even to the first target, that's about 150. Yeah, about 150, 125 to 150. And this one pretty quick. And it flushed to my second target when it triggered me in. So that was what? 39. Yeah, that was $500 right there. In less than like three minutes. I don't know about y'all, but I would gladly take $500 in less than 5 minutes any day. And then of course, one sec. Let me find my arrows. So yeah, again, with TTOs, you're getting actually, this arrow is ugly. Yeah, with TTOs, hold on, I don't know how to stop this. All right, bear with me. There we go. So yeah, with TTOs, you're kind of just getting in on the trend to continue going back down. And if you would have even entered here and held your position, it's what? Oh, 65 points. That's a vacation right there. Although, with using the strat, you do want to take profit at your targets. So for those who aren't familiar with the strat, you're getting in when the candle breaks and gives you the entry, then your targets are if you're short, the targets are the bottom of the candles. So 1, 2, 3, 4 targets. And if I want to see the next ones, I would just zoom out. Might need quite a bit of zooming out because it's been a while since we've been down here. Well, I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. So yeah, that's one of the trades that I took on ES. The other one was on, this is actually going to be a bullish TTO that I'll show you guys. I'm not sure why my broader information is crooked. Cool. Oh, that's why. Cool. So when something is trending up or trending down, what you want to not do is just jump in randomly. When you're looking, when things are flying up, people who don't really know what they're doing are just trying to short this. But you're going against the trend. So during this time here, we're on the 5 minute. All the time frames were bullish, which means we were in bullish full time frame continuity, which means that all the higher time frames are bullish. So you should not be looking to short anything. You're going to be in for a bad day if you do. So for me, I personally don't like trading continuations. I prefer to trade reversals. That's just my bread and butter, and I kind of just stick to whatever works. So in this case with oil, once I saw it continuously moving up, I'm gonna be looking for this type of move. The small, like, right here, we just have the big green bars up, continuing up. But when you know a TTO is forming is when you start getting the smaller bars like this, and it's kind of just going sideways. And then I put the base of my triangle on the top left. When it triggers down, that's when you know when that's the top of the triangle. And then I just put this here, and I'll look for a reversal around this area on the right side of the triangle for a bullish one. Making sense? Kind of, a little bit, maybe.
This one, not so much.
All right, so for the bullish one, essentially what we had here, let me go on the 15-minute. On the 15-minute here, like I was saying, when there's a trend occurring, you don't just want to short it just because, oh, it's oversold on the RSI. Honestly, to me, RSI is a useless indicator and nobody should use it. Just focus on price action and just look at what the candle's telling you. You might be trying to short this on the 5-minute or just in general, but look at the 15-minute. Ever since it opened up off this hammer, it hasn't reversed yet. So you shouldn't be trying to short anything at all. Now, for me, well, for the strat, you want to draw your broadening formations, which are essentially just support and resistance for strat users. So specifically, I had this 1 hour drawn. I had this BF drawn on the 1 hour chart. Started right here at that 3 candle, then connected it right here. And as you can see, we rejected off that. And then we go back on the 5-minute right here, which it rejected right here, the same BF line from the hour. Rejected twice. And then we get that rejection or that reversal trigger down. So this gives you more confluence when you have, excuse me, when you have the other components of the strat down packed. Because if I just show you just the candles, you're not necessarily going to get the full picture. So you want to learn all the other components of the strat as well. So with the broadening formation, now that we got the rejection there, we know for a fact that that's like an exhaustion area. Price is kind of getting ready to pull back as we see here. And once it triggered this, we got this move all the way down. And me personally, I'm looking for TTOs on the 5-minute, maybe on the 15, but usually on the 5-minute because I get a cleaner look. That's just my own personal preference. Some people look at it for it on the 3-minute, even on the 2-minute. I don't like trading on the that low, but I just stick to the 5-minute when I'm looking for TTOs. And based on the strat, we get in right here. That's our entry. Let me zoom in real quick. We get in right here on this 2-2 down reversal. It hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets for a total of, I think that's about 40 points. 49 points, actually. Yeah, it was about 49 points, which if you're trading oil futures, that's about $490. It's $10 a tick. Although me, myself, I took it off right here for about 100 or so. I was getting ready for a call, and I don't like to hold positions open when I'm teaching. But yeah, this is a great way to know when to short trends and when to hop back in. So remember, for TTOs, although this would be a failed TTO because it never hit the top of the triangle at the max target. It just hit, technically, it just hit like one target. Almost hit this one. It just hit the body and then it failed back down. Yeah, to me, this would just be a failed TTO because it didn't hit the top and then didn't continue. It just got rejected here and just chopped sideways. And lastly, about broadening formations, when it reaches one point, let's say, for example, I have my bottom hour BF right here. When it reaches like the top level or vice versa, your max target is going to be the bottom of the BF, so down here. Although you still want to be taking your profits as you get down there. Making sense? Yes, no, a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah, it's making sense.
Cool. And of course, as you practice a little more, it'll be a lot easier. This is just like I kind of just see it on the chart without having to put the triangle. I kind of just put this here just to um, help you guys visualize it. What else? Yeah, that was pretty much it. There might have been another trade that I took, but I don't remember it right now. Alrighty. Anything you guys want me to look at before I hop off?
I can give you a trade to review.
Definitely.
But, I'll just give it to you. I'll give it to you. It was on ES.
ES. Let me go back to
Yeah.
the chart. Mariah, I've been trading for 2 years and 3 months. Yeah, 2 years, 3 months, and I've been full-time trading for 6 months now. Let's go to ES. What time frame?
5 minute.
5 minute.
Yeah, and I entered on the end of the 1805 candle. So
1805. That's your time, right?
yeah, that'll be my time. So that'll be after FOMC statement got released, the second candle afterwards.
That would be on the 5 minute, you said?
Yeah, on the 5 minute, that
Oh,
one.
so
That
that
one.
would be right here. And were you short or long?
I shorted it. I shorted that candle. I had one target at 3877. Stop loss at the high.
Oh, right here.
Yeah,
So the trade was you entered in on the break. Did you enter in on this break or did you just start shorting it right here?
yeah. At the end of that candle, I just straight shorted.
So you didn't wait for the confirmation on this candle?
No. Because I'm. This is a supply demand.
Yeah. What price did you enter on?
I entered at 3888. And then I had my first target 3877.
It's pretty good. The 10-point move.
Yeah, I didn't get the full fill down and hit my break even.
Still a good trade. Well, I would say it's a good trade in the sense that you banked off it. Personally, I would not take anything here, mainly due to the fact that it's like based on FOMC news and it likes to, skyrocket back and forth.
Yeah, it was a bit risky.
Yeah, exactly. It was like a high risk trade, essentially. If I were to trade anything like this, which I did take, I think a scalp. I think I took this up. Yeah, this 212 up. I took it from here to like right there for like 2 or 3 points, and then I got out. It would have hit the second target, but personally, I don't like to hold during these moments. And when I do trade them, which is very, very rare, it's it's a lotto position. So like 1 to 3% of my account maximum. I'm not going any higher.
Yeah,
And if you aren't used to trading news events, I would highly recommend just avoiding them altogether.
yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah. But that's just my bias. Um, so yeah, that's just me. But yeah, other than that, uh, personally, I wouldn't take it because the risk reward ratio is pretty low. However, if you took this, damn, this double three candles, that's wild. This 312 down, because technically it's like a double top, come up. Hold on. Yeah, technically a double top, come up, come down, come up, and then just died off. But yeah, overall that I myself wouldn't have taken it, but great job on it being a winning trade. I guess, high risk, high reward.
It wasn't a winning trade either. They got what was it? I think I got half a point from getting filled, and then went back and hit my break even. So
So oh, this candle. I see. So the second candle, it came
yeah,
back
yeah,
up. I see.
yeah.
So if it wasn't for that candle, then you would have been good. Well, like I said, all of these, I love to look at them as learning experiences. Never look at it as like a loss or something to beat yourself up about. Just take it as a learning experience and improve and learn from there. Anything else that you want me to look at? Or anybody else? You could put in the chat, come off. You can unmute yourself. What a wild day. It's 4 hour. Well, if there isn't anything else, thank y'all. Oh, Mariah, I answered your question, right? How long I've been trading? Cool. And again, any questions, just feel free to reach out or tag me in the Discord and we'll help you out as best as we can. We are here to make all of you profitable. And on Discord, it's at Advent. I'm gonna type it in the chat. Yeah, so you could just tag me there and then, we'll help out. And we do offer one-on-one sessions as well. If you ever need like a private session to really go deep into whatever you need help with, you can look at that in the one-on-one coaching section, which is towards the top of the navigation on the Discord. And I'll probably put that in a link on this replay. But yeah, thank y'all for coming out. Remember, everything is a learning experience. We're here to improve, not here to beat ourselves up. And if you really put in the dedication and the time into it, you will definitely succeed. And don't try to cut any corners because at the end of the day, this is a business, this is a profession. And if you do want to if you do want to succeed and make money out of it, then you need to put in the work necessary.
I've got one last question before you go.
Yep.
What tips would you give someone who's going into a live account?
At a live account, so with your own money or like a funded account?
Yeah, own money, own money.
So your own money, I'll give you two scenarios. So if you've been paper trading and whatever you're doing is consistent, at least to the level that you're confident that you can trade with your own money without losing it. Because I always say, it's to me personally, if you're new to trading, it's unnecessary. Excuse me, it's unnecessary to give the market any of your money while you're learning. If anything, you should just be paper trading and understanding how everything works. Understand how to chart properly, understand why price moves the way it does, why candles, and not even that, what candles even are. Because if you don't even know the basics, then you shouldn't be using real money at all, in my opinion. But when you get ready to transition, if you've been doing well and consistent and stuff like that, I would definitely recommend that you stick to whatever rules or whatever strategy you've been using. One thing that I do want to put out there with live trading is that with paper trading, oh, by the way, if you're going to paper trade, use an account size or paper trade money that's in relation to what you're going to be trading with yourself. Don't be trading with $100,000 when you're only going to put 500 bucks in. Anyway, so one thing that I let people know that are new to trading with live money that they don't necessarily teach a lot is when it comes to your emotions, because learning how to trade is one thing, which is super simple. Hey, buy here, sell here, get out there, take your profits, stop out X, Y, and Z. To me, that's 20% of trading. The other 80% of trading is going to be your mentality, the mindset, and the control that you have over your emotions. Or not even control, your ability to manage and regulate your emotions. Because there, you'll probably see this saying a lot in the trading communities, like, oh, get rid of your emotions and you'll trade well. In my opinion, I think that's a bunch of crap, because us being human, we're emotional beings and we can't turn that off. All we can do is learn to manage it and regulate our emotions. So, for example, a quick little technique that I teach is breathing. If When you start getting that emotional response, whether it be euphoria, fear, greed, whatever it may be, your emotions are taking over your, I guess to keep it simple, it's being a passenger, and now it's in the driver's seat and you're in the passenger seat. So when you start your breathing exercises or breathing during those moments, it's going to slow your mental process down, and it's going to allow you to take back control of the vehicle. Because I'm sure maybe some of you in here, or just in general, for whoever may be listening to this, if you've ever been in a trade that's down like 1% and you start getting scared, like, oh shit, I got to get out of this position. The market's going to take my money. Let me just stop out at 1% green or 1% red. And then it ends up going to your target. And you're like, wait, why did I get out of that position? When in reality, everything was fine. It's just that your emotions came out and overtook your judgment and made you think that something was happening. I speak a lot more about this in my emotional or understanding emotional intelligence webinar, which I'll post in this replay video as well and on the Discord for those who may be interested in watching it. But yeah, emotions and your mindset and the people that you hang around is very, very, very important for you to succeed. Because if you're around people who are always going to be saying, hey, you can't make money off trading or this and this and that, that's going to seep into your subconscious, and then you're going to start believing that, and then you're going to self-sabotage yourself. It goes really, really, really deep. But yeah. Well, actually, I'll probably, so all right, I'm gonna post the emotional intelligence webinar, and I'm gonna post the self-sabotage webinar that I have on YouTube for you guys to check out. But like on the mental and emotional and like the mindset side of things, it's a really, really, really big component when it comes to trading. Like to quickly share, and also thank you for listening. I tend to go on rants, like I tell people, I love this stuff. And it's a huge passion of mine. So if you let me talk, I'll be here for 3 hours.
Yeah,
So yeah, for me, the biggest thing for me was just surrounding myself with people who wanted to do what I wanted to do, which is, make trading a living and make money from it. Not really being around people who didn't understand it, or, would tell you stuff like, oh, you can't make money from that or this, or always complaining. But it's like, just being around like-minded.
And how would you find people that are like that if no one like who's immediately around you is into that sort of thing? Did you go out of your way to like find a community, or was it just convenient for you?
I would say so for me in my journey. I first got introduced to it randomly through a Discord that Pablo sent me, and that's where we found our first mentor. And then some stuff happened that I won't go into, and then the group got disbanded. And then I met my second mentor, which was actually one of my clients from like 3 years ago or like 4 years ago, whose computer I fixed randomly. I remember that he's mentioned he traded. I'm like, oh shit, I'm trading now. Let me message him. So he used to do that for a living. Now, when it comes to like if there's nobody in your immediate area, it is a little harder because you kind of just have to get lucky per se. And I guess luckily for you, you're in this group, so you're in the right hands. Um, but with that being said, it's just like being around people who do want to help you succeed, and would push you and hold you accountable to reach that goal. Um, and I guess just to clear it up again, it's just like it's kind of just based on luck, really, or not luck. You can make the effort to do that. It's just a little hard. It's like, all right, where do I start? For me, I would say it was kind of just half luck, half putting in the effort. Because like my mentors that taught me the strat, my friend just sent me this random he hit me up. He's like, hey, there's this dude who made like 200K on Netflix overnight. He's opening up his group for like $15 instead of $300. I'm like, all right, whatever, it's $15. And then I learned from all my mentors in that group, and they've helped me propel my trading to a whole nother level. Because my first mentor, I'm gonna go on a rant for the next 5 minutes, so bear with me. My first mentor, he was like 20% is like the best you can like not the best that you can ever do, but he's like, if you had 20%, that's like the holy grail. So I'm here trading for the yeah, Joel's laughing. Joel and I had the same first mentor. So, 20% is like the holy grail. So I was like, oh shit, 20%, cool, I'm out of here. But then my strat mentors, they're like 20%, bro. What are you talking about? They hit 100% or more consistently every single day. And that really blew my mind and expanded me to the possibilities.
20% profit is what you mean?
Sorry, say that again. You were chopping a little bit.
Is that profit that you were talking about? 20% profit?
Yeah, so 20% return on your position.
Okay, got it.
Yep. But then, with my mentors, they're like 20%, like respectfully, fuck that. Like we do 100% or more. They do still take their 30, 40, 20% if that's what the trade gives them. But when you understand price action and how to properly read charts, you can get a really, really big move. I'll give you a quick little example. Let's just say I didn't get out of my short around this area here or down here. On the 5 minute, there's no reversal signal to get back out, to get out of that trade until right here. So you could have gotten in here and you could have written it down all the way down here for about 30 points. So when you learn price action and understand how to read the candles and chart properly, you will be holding your positions a lot longer, which is what helped with which is one of the biggest things that the strat helped me with. Like I would always cut my winners short. But if there's no reversal, of course take your profits as they're given to you. But if there's no reversal on the time frame that you entered on or on the higher time frames, then you're good to stay in. Even now, on the 1 hour chart, there's no reversal. So I would have still been fine to stay in this trade all the way to down here. But yeah, and then on top of my strat mentors, I discovered that my cousin has been full-time trading for about 11 years now, and I wish somebody would have told me this a long time ago. So I ended up like being around him and his friends that do this for a living, and it really, really helped me really hone in on what needs to be done and the focus and other things that need to be put into this to succeed. Yeah, it definitely runs in the family, which is another thing. My oldest brother used to trade about, well, I think he still does trade, but not really how we do it, like day trading, kind of just holds positions for like months at a time. Um, But yeah, my brother started trading in like in 1998, 1999, which I wish I would have known too, but here we are. But yeah, I will stop my rant now. Any last questions? Oh, hopefully that
Yeah,
answered the questions.
yeah, I have one more question.
Yep.
So where would you recommend like somebody who's a total beginner to learn how to trade kind of the way you're doing it now? I know you said you had mentors and things. Did you rely just on them or were there like videos, courses, or someone in specific you studied to be
Yes.
able to just reach your level?
So, I guess let me just ask you, are you relatively new to trading?
Yeah, or else I wouldn't be asking.
Cool. Nah, just making sure because I'm like, are we talking about other people or are we talking about you? And
Yeah.
bear with me because I'm extremely direct, so it's not to be rude or anything. I just like to be extremely direct. Anyway, so I'll answer that question in two parts. In the Discord, if you scroll to Strat Academy, that'll it has literally every single component of the strat. If you go to intro to the strat, it'll give you pretty much the overview of what the strat is, um, all the components of it to give you a better idea. And then I have individual sections for like broader informations, candle combinations, TTOs, time frame continuity. And there's an ebook as well in the ebook and script section. If you scroll all the way to the top, it'll say Strat ebook PDF. You can read that as well, specifically for the strat. Now, if you scroll down a little more and go to the educational section, if you click on videos, you might need to scroll up a bit. There's going to be 1 second. Wait, you might need to scroll up quite a bit. Uh, Give me a second. I'm just looking at it right now as well. There is well, I guess there's actually quite a lot of videos. All right, so for the strat, you can go to the strat section. In terms of learning how to trade and stuff like that, I would recommend you start with the basics. Risk management is huge. That's the first thing you should be learning about. Second, um, knowing how to read candles. If you go to the educational section and go to, I think it's, let me see real quick, ebooks, guides, and courses. If you scroll all the way up there, the first post that I did on February 11th is the Candlestick Bible. Highly recommend you read that. That'll kind of tell you different candle patterns and stuff like that. And then, of course, study the strat. It'll give you the strat essentially, it gives you it tells you exactly when to get in, when to stop out, when to take your profits. So you're not guessing on when to, what the trade is or when to get in, when to get out. I personally like the way you see my charts, that's literally how I trade. I don't use any EMAs, any indicators. The reason being is because indicators are kind of lagging. So let's just say, for example, if I have the 5 or 12 EMA, it might cross right here, which will give me an entry. But with the strat entry, I'm already in. So EMAs are going to lag and they're going to give you late entries as opposed to just following straight price action. Um, Hopefully that made sense. And if not, then after when I get off of this, I'll just make a quick little post for like beginners. Or actually, I'll just do this. In the educational section, I will make a newbie section, which will be where to start. That way you know exactly what to go over. And
Yeah, because there are lots of resources, but like each person kind of teaches it differently and tells you how to start differently. So that would be nice if you could like tell us
perfect. Yeah, I'll
or
definitely
put the
add that
resources
in there.
that you
Lastly, what do you have any broker that you're trading on?
um well so they talked a lot about Webull in the group, so I just made a Webull account.
and I
Nice.
deposited money, but I haven't traded anything yet.
So in the Zoom training replays, I posted how to optimize your Webull platform for options trading and paper trading. Check that one out so you can just paper trade for a while until you start getting used to how everything works. And then when you're ready, you can switch over to the live, your actual money. And did you open a cash account or a margin account?
I forgot. What is the difference between the two? Sorry.
Margin account, if you're under 25,000, they only limit you to 3 day trades every 5 days. If it's a cash account, they allow you to take unlimited day trades with the amount of settled cash that you have. So if I have $1,000, I can do 10 trades of $100, or 2 trades of 500, or 5 trades of 200, or 4 trades of 250, however you want to do it. And then if you're trading regular stock or equity, it takes 2 days for those funds to settle, so in 2 days, you'll get all your money back to have unlimited day trades again. If you're trading options, it's directly, it settles the very next day. But as a beginner, I do recommend just trading regular stock, and like paper trading, for you to get used to it. And if you ever did want to learn how to trade futures, I would highly recommend you start off with micro E mini or micro ES, because it's a lot more forgiving. It's only $5 per point. But actually, let me not talk about that right now. Let me not overwhelm you. So yeah, paper trade on Webull. If you don't have a cash account, you can always call them to confirm, or like do little like help center.
I have a margin account. I just checked.
Got it. So since you're paper trading, it doesn't really matter right now, although you can start the process of changing it into a cash account in the meantime while you paper trade. And then when you get more comfortable and familiar with what you're doing, you can start using your real money. And you can even start with 1 share and just see how that goes and go from there.
Okay, so you wouldn't recommend like options trading, you would just recommend like normal stock trading?
Yeah, I would not recommend options trading for a beginner at all. And even for somebody who's not consistent in their trading, because with options, there's a lot more components when it comes to trading options. So
Yeah, because that's like the main thing they
Mhm.
talk about in Discord is options. So
Yeah, for us, we mainly talk about options. But if you go to the equities lobby and go to the stocks chat, they're basically just trading regular stock there. So you could
okay.
always hang out there. But even in the options chat, like in my watch list, where I would say like, oh, go long or buy calls or puts below this, you can
Yeah.
just interpret that as going long or short. You don't have to get options for that. That's just since we mainly trade options here. But you can just look at that as like, oh, I'm gonna go long when it hits this price, or I'm gonna go short when it hits this price.
Mhm. Okay.
Cool. And of course, any other questions, you can always put it in the questions and answers section in the Discord, and then either I myself or anybody else in the group will respond back to you.
Do you have an option like where we can message you or no?
Oh
Or do
yeah,
we
you
have to
can
do
you
it?
can always send me a direct message if you feel the need to. My DM is always open.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty. Thank you everybody for coming out and listening to me rant. As I said, I do love this stuff. And if you let me, I'll be here for hours. I'm gonna record this video. I'll make the newbie section probably in the next 30 minutes. I'm gonna take a break at 6 for a while, and then I'll put the watch list out as well. Cool. All right, everybody, make a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the internet.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, see you, man.
Later.